If you've been watching the news, you've heard now of over 100 now hand sanitizers being recalled by the FDA. Oh, you know what the symptoms are? Well, worse than symptoms. This includes death caused by, this is what's been reported, blindness, heart and nerve system complications because of hand sanitizers. Okay, that's what they're telling you, and it's because of methanol, right? Methanol contamination. You know, they used to actually call that the blind buzz, because when people would drink alcohol to get a buzz, this is people who couldn't afford real alcohol. This would be wood alcohol. They could actually go blind. And of course, they were poisoning themselves from the inside out. Well, guess what? This stuff is in over 100. It's probably more, right? They're going to discover more hand sanitizers that's absorbing right into our skin, through our skin, into our blood, causing those symptoms, possibly death. Oh, it gets worse because it's worse for children. Because of the surface area, proportionally to their size, it is poisoning children. Listen, my wife and I, this was way before COVID, way before all of this. My wife and I would go into the church and say, no hand sanitizers for our kids, never. Well, because this is what they're not telling you. Okay, that's the first one. Number two is what they're not telling you, is that these ruin your microbiome on the skin, which is your first line of defense. Meaning when you rub your hands with these alcohol-based types of hand sanitizers, you take off your force field. Yeah, literally. The very thing that God puts on your hands to protect you. So now when you come in contact with a virus or more likely a bacteria of some sort, then you have your force field that deals with it. Oh, but when you do the old hand sanitizer, now you're ripe for the taking. Literally takes your force field down. Why aren't they telling us that? Because that's the truth, right? Okay, what about number three? This is one they're definitely not telling you. That microbiome on your hands, in your skin, do you know that it actually communicates with your gut microbiome? Oh, so that's what they're not telling us, that there is a communication between our skin microbiome and our gut, and therefore can actually decimate our immune system that way. All right, you think that God provided us protection, from these things? The answer is yes. Is there a time and a place to kill something for a different reason? The answer is yes, but again and again and again. One of the things that drives me berserk is when I see people pounding it up, and they do it over and over again. You see them over there. They leave a room. They do it again and again and again. And worse yet is when I see kids doing this, right? So before all of this, my wife and I were no hand sanitizer. Why? Because way back when, I was reading the literature on how dangerous these things are and how bad they are for our gut, for our immune system, and how it actually can create more infection. So look, I'm not telling you what to do. As always, I'm just saying you better do your homework. But the red flag is when the FDA starts warning people about the potential dangers of these things. But it goes far beyond that. Believe me, it does. When I have something that I call the 180-degree solution. Here it is. It works almost every time. When the media in I don't know who they is, say that this is what you should do for your health, go 180 degrees opposite, and somehow the truth lies there every time. So when you think of hand sanitizers and do this and that, and already know my feeling on masks, do 180 degrees opposite, and man, the truth lies there. It works. Flip a television on, watch a morning show, low calories, low fat, right? All of it. Do the opposite. It works every time. 180-degree solution. But listen, share the video. You know how many people need to know this? Because think about the kids. Oh, think about the next generation. Because here's the problem, is we're creating a generation that is getting used to this. When is this going to stop? Oh, far beyond COVID and the next virus, everyone's still going to be slathering. Maybe the best thing to do is invest in hand sanitizer companies, right? Well, maybe you invest in the healthy ones. But the bottom line is we're teaching our children that what God's given them doesn't work and they need more. And really, the problem is it's leading, and I did a video on this, almost 3 million views. This is leading, I cited studies showing that the more hygiene amenities, the more autoimmune, the more inflammatory gut problems, the more hygiene amenities, and we're teaching our kids this. Share the video. It's the kids in this generation that I'm worried about. Thanks.